Thursday night.
It's Thursday night. Baby, you do all the hard part, you know, and then
We have a lot of announcements. It's a big, big night.
Yes, it is. We do have a lot of announcements, a lot to share. I know some people might have thought we're going to do the CBD presentation tonight. We're not, because we've just got too much to cover. A lot of things happening, things that are very important to all of you out there. I know everybody's impatiently waiting, or trying to patiently wait for this, you know, us to be able to go live with the CBD. So I'll be talking about that this evening. So let me just begin at the start. We got so much happening. Okay. Number one, what everybody's going to see in the coming weeks, and it's happening very, very quickly, is as we kind of put this whole branding of what we're doing with Life Trends together, so that when you start sharing the message out there, you know, everything's going to fall under the Life Trends umbrella. So if you would, just kind of imagine it as the big company that sits up here, it's Life Trends. And under Life Trends is going to be each one of the e-gigs we're doing, whether it be the travel one, which we have right now, the CBD e-gig, which we're getting ready to launch, the pet e-gig or fashion e-gig that'll be coming down the road shortly. They'll all fall under that one big umbrella of Life Trends. And that's going to make it very easy for, you know, for everybody to build this business too, because when we're able to send the app out to everybody, you're going to be able to send them to one place. And then the person can kind of make their own decision. You might be sending them the, you know, the information on Life Trends and say, wow, you really want to take a look at the CBD. And they might get there and go, yeah, I like the CBD, but I'm interested in the pet gig, or I'm interested in the travel gig. So what it'll do is it'll open a lot of doors for you. And obviously, the more gigs that a person gets involved in, whether it be a customer or as a DBO, the more money you're going to make. And so it's going to make it very, very simple for you to actually build this business on a big, big scale. So we're really excited about it because it's going to give a very simple message, a very clear story. I know it's kind of delayed our launch a little bit. And honestly, part of that is the fact of trying to do what we've also just accomplished, which we're going to be talking about tonight, is this new partnership we now have with Crowd One. And it's really going to be very, very important to all of you. I mean, maybe right now a lot of people don't see that, but think about it this way. Because of this relationship with Crowd One, we're going to have probably the most successful, and not probably, we'll have the most successful private portal, you know, travel booking engine in the world. It'll be one of the biggest out there by far, because remember, with Crowd One, they're at 6.5 million people right now and growing, and they're growing at a phenomenal rate. Adding, again, actually it's been averaging recently almost 2 million new members every month. And that's going to be tremendous for us, because it's going to give us worldwide credibility, since we are the exclusive booking engine. But there's also something really cool that's happening for you back here in the United States as well. And it's one of the things I'm going to show you tonight. So we do have some pretty cool announcements, because what I'm going to show you is your new booking engine. We've been working, you know, putting together this whole new technology, this whole new platform, because even though we know with, you know, COVID-19, travel has stopped, we get that. But travel is one of the #1 desires of everybody on this planet. Everybody wants to travel. Everybody wants to take vacations. And the day's coming very soon when people can do it again. As a matter of fact, interesting enough, like over in Europe, travel is really opened back up, but not to get on planes and fly. It's pretty much all in-country type of travel. Obviously, they do a lot of that more there than we do here. Most of the people here like to get on planes and travel. So there it's basically car and of course, trains. Here it's mostly planes. So it's really made a difference on our travel here in the U.S., but it's going to open back up. And like we've said all along, when it opens back up, it's going to open up with just unbelievable passion and demand, which is going to create really phenomenal incomes for all of you, particularly when you see how we're going to be laying everything out under this one big umbrella. So before I start telling you more of the picture, I want to just stop for a second and let you take a peek, a little sneak peek at your new platform. Again, you'll have access to it. We're probably going to launch it, because we're actually launching it live with Crowd One on July 4th. That's the initial announced date, and there's a major press release. We'll share that, and we'll put that out in an email to everybody, so you'll actually be able to see the press release and what's happening, and just how much, again, I think it's going to excite you, because it's going to give you so much credibility when you're talking to people about the magnitude of what we're doing in the travel industry. So let's do that, Tracy. let's just take a second, give everybody a sneak peek. Again, it's going to go live probably on July 4th. We might delay it here domestically for a couple days, but we're thinking about going ahead and taking it live the exact same time. And we might delay it just because of the massive amount of traffic. Now think about this. This is going to go live, and there's going to be millions and millions of people jumping on this right away to start using it or checking it out. So this is your kind of your new landing page, the way it looks. As you can see, it's kind of cool and clean and nice and really nice. Tracy, if you would, maybe go into the now when you go in, you go in to start booking. And again, you're going to see that, you know, we've got the hotels, the cars, the cruises, vacation rentals. Let's go in and take a look at, and this is actually what we call a dev site right now. It's not live, but we can still go in, and so it's a little slow because it's not sitting on the big AWS, which is, you know, the Amazon servers. It's sitting on a small server in development mode, so it moves a little slower. But go ahead, let's bring up Orlando if you could. Pick a date out there. I don't care what it is. And we got something here. It's just for one night. Okay. When'd you pick? What date you pick?
Hang on.
Okay. What'd you pick here? Okay. Where are you going? Okay. You take it from the drop down window. You have to take it from the drop down window. Make sure you got the right one. Pick it out a couple days. Don't have it. You know, you do have it out. Okay. There's Orlando. Yeah. Okay. All right, hit search.
I'm gonna pick it out here somewhere.
It shouldn't make any difference. That should work fine. Did you hit click? Okay, there you go. All right, there we go.
Yeah, see, it's a dev site, so they're still. Hang on, let's go somewhere else.
Well, it shouldn't make any difference, but
yeah, we're not gonna go to San Diego, right?
No.
Where would you like to go?
Well, I don't really care. Pick New York. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, you want to go to New York?
Yeah, well, not right now, I don't, but let's just pick it for right now.
Hang on for a sec.
You got to separate the word New York. I don't, it's one word. It's separated.
I'm trying. Hold on.
You got a space. There you go. And then it should pop up.
There it is.
Okay. All right. That's all right. Leave that date. That's fine. It's a month out, right?
Yep.
Okay. Don't know why Orlando didn't pick up. Matter of fact, we were just looking at Orlando right before we went live just to see, so I don't understand what happened there. But here's what it looks like now when you get in. And remember, this is a dev site. It hadn't gone live. And trust me, this thing's being really tested because we know that on July 4th, there's going to be millions of people hitting the site. But go back to the top for a second. I just want to pick up so you can see the kind of savings we're talking about, guys. It's going to be tremendous. As a matter of fact, one of the things you're going to find on your new platform, for those of you that are in the travel side right now, you're going to see bigger savings than you've ever seen before. We've actually got better contracts, better deals. So you're going to get a bigger discount, which is going to be really, really nice. And you can see, you know, what kind of savings we're talking about. There's 50%. That's over, you know, your standard prices out there with Expedia and Priceline and Booking.com and whatever. So that's kind of a look at it there. Go to vacation. Go to vacation rentals. Let's go take a quick peek there. Hopefully this will work. Pick some place. I don't care. Pick something in the Caribbean or Mexico. Okay, Mexico's fine. Cancun. Okay, that's fine. Pick a date. Yeah, it's in August. That's a little close, but, you know, we'll see. Maybe something will be available. All right, yeah, there we go. Okay, so now what you're looking at, and these are different stays, they're 3 nights, 4 nights, most of them are weekly stays, but you're gonna find that when you go check these prices that we put up here on all these weekly stays, you're gonna find they're gonna be 4 to 5 times more if you book them on any other platform. I mean, 4 to 5 times more. So when you see something here for $400, you can bet it's gonna be $1,600 to $1,800 somewhere else. You see it for $500, it's going to be anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 to $2,500 anywhere else. So you're going to have tremendous savings in all these vacation rentals. We've got the same kind of deals on the cruises. Again, we've got a whole new look platform, as you can see. And I can tell you this, our technology partners that we now have, they're actually partners in Life Trends, which is really important to all of you. They've been in the business for 38 years. And they've been doing this at the highest level for 38 years. So it's really going to be a tremendous travel platform for all of you to be able to use. Again, your savings and benefits are going to be more than you've ever experienced before. And it will work well when it goes up live on the big time servers. So that's what I want to share with you as far as on the travel side. So it's exciting. It's coming back. It's going to be part of your business. And so now let's talk about how we're going to put all this together and make all this work for you guys. So you've got this tremendous opportunity. So now we just talked about travel. So you've got to travel. You're going to be able to send people from your Life Trends site or from your app. They'll be able to go in and they can look at the travel. They can see the kind of deals they can get, the kind of benefits they can have, and they can make their own decision about if they want to be a customer. Or obviously what we're all hoping for is that as you share this with people, they're going to want to get involved as a DBO, a digital business owner, which is somebody that can literally sit at home and build a tremendous income from all these e-gigs and come into this business with no cost. I mean, no cost. And so whether it's the travel, the CBD, people can come in and they're going to be able to go in and join a company with no cost. They're going to be able to access everything at wholesale pricing, which we've always been talking about, which is going to be tremendous. It's like our travel platform. I mean, our wholesale is ridiculous compared to the rest of the world. It's going to be the same thing with our e-gigs, whether it be CBD or fashion or pets or whatever it happens to be. It's going to always be at wholesale. They're always going to have the free shipping aspect of it when it comes to products. So this is going to be really exciting for people. And then they can look at it and go, wow, you know, if I get involved as a DBO, now I can make this money from this 10-tier system of income. Now, we're going to be making a few changes here, guys. Just want to tell you, but this is all going to be good. Nobody's going to be unhappy. Everybody's going to love what we're doing, because one of the things we're adding, the third component we're adding to this thing, which will affect all e-gigs, is this global revenue sharing plan. And again, one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I've looked at what Crowd1 has done worldwide. And when you see a company growing that fast on a worldwide basis, you know they're doing something that's a little bit unique and different. And one of it is exactly what we're going to be incorporating into what we're doing here, is this global revenue sharing plan. It's going to allow you to benefit not from what you build, but from what everybody else builds that joins the company after you. Now, I want to say that again, because this is going to be so important as we launch this thing. You're going to benefit not from what you build, not the people you build or bring in, but from what everybody does. And it's going to be based on every person that joins after you. So think about what that means. That means that as we go down the road, 3 months, 6 months, a year, and this thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger, all these people joining every day, every day, every day. Perfect example, look at Crowd1. They have 2 million people joining a month now, a month. Could you imagine what that will do to your income if that happens here, what we're creating? And guess what? I think it will, because we have a very unique system with these e-gigs. It's going to be, this is really a non-networking company, guys. It's not even affiliate marketing. I'm not sure. I really think we're creating something that's just new. And that's why we call it the e-gigs. Nobody's even heard of a thing called an e-gig. That's a phrase we actually coined here, talking about we're creating these e-gigs because it's basically the gig economy, which is the fact of somebody be able to work for themselves, work from home, be able to do what they want with their own time constraints. And the second part, of course, is this is all e-commerce. That's all online. It's not something where you got to go out and, for example, like Uber's a gig. But what do you got to do if you're going to be an Uber driver? You got to go drive. You got to get in the car and go to work. If you're going to do Angie's List, and you're going to provide carpentry service on Angie's List, guess what you got to do? You got to get in your car and go somewhere and bang nails. Okay. The beauty of this is you can literally sit at home and push out information on these e-gigs to everybody you know, everybody you don't know. It doesn't matter. They're going to look at it. And if people see it and go, wait a minute, I can do one or all the e-gigs, number one, so I can pick and choose what I want, not what you need me want, what I want. Secondly, I can get involved in this business for free. That's pretty cool. Third, I can get all my products at wholesale. That's pretty cool. It seems like I'm repeating something again, but I'm doing this on purpose. And then finally look at, wow, look at the money I can make. Look at the money I can make as this thing grows and grows and grows. I start to make all this money, and then they see that last component we're going to be building in, which is this global revenue sharing plan, and go, wait a minute. I'm going to get paid not only just what my organization looks like as it grows as I share it, I'm going to get paid on what everybody else's organization looks like as it grows. This is going to be unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. And again, guys, you're sitting at the foundation. And I know sometimes I get, people say, Mark, aren't you a little frustrated because you know, we're talking to a very small handful of people on this call tonight. I know that. We've been doing that for the past couple of months. Don't you ever get frustrated? It's like, you know, you're not talking to tens of thousands of people. You're talking to hundreds of people and less. I don't care, because guess what? Those of you on this call tonight, I know what's going to happen when we get this out there and we get it launched. It's going to explode. And those that are on this call are part of this, that put up with some of the patience and having to wait. You guys are going to be at the forefront of it. And you truly are going to be the ones that are going to make the biggest fortunes. And why should it be that way? Because I've always said, if you look back at every successful company in the world, who are the people that have always made the biggest fortunes? Who are they? It's you. It's the people at the very beginning. Always. Always. And people always look and say, oh, you were lucky to be the first person in Herbalife or Amway or the first, whatever the network marketing, or the first person to go to work for Microsoft or for Apple. You were one of the first. You were just lucky. Well, yeah, maybe you were a little lucky. But what happened is you went there and did something and started at the very beginning, at the very start. So that's what they're going to be saying about this. They're going to be, you know, a couple of years from now, say, oh my gosh, you're one of the first people in Life Trends and all these e-gigs. You were one of the first people in this deal. You were there when they first started. Are you kidding me? That's what's going to happen. And so I'm really excited. I mean, it's like a lot of you, I want it yesterday. I've always been that kind of person. We're working so hard to get the CBD side done. The only thing left to do there, and this has been, again, in total transparency, has been the merchant processing. We've got the product. It's in our warehouse. It's bought and paid for, sitting there. The whole system's in place. You know, we're still doing the fine tune, like I talked about with the compensation plan. But that's going to be done in a couple of weeks. And then the product's sitting there. So the only thing we're waiting on is this merchant processing, which I never thought would be an issue. It's just right now, after COVID-19, man, these merchant processing companies just changed everything. They just, you can't hardly get it. I mean, I don't know how small businesses are supposed to even get started anymore when they're making it that difficult. So that's okay, because my attitude is, if you can't do it one way, we'll figure out another way to do it. I mean, I look at Crowd One and I sit there and going, look at them. There's 6.5 million members, and when you join Crowd One, you can't use a credit card because they're too big. They're growing too fast. No, that's another thing. You grow that fast, no credit card company in the world will take you. So what have they done? They did it using Bitcoin. They just basically said, you got to go in, you know, take your money, buy Bitcoin to join our company, because we'll take Bitcoin. And then when they pay you, they take it and they pay you back in whatever currency you reside in. If it's US or Euro or whatever, pesos, whatever it is, they pay you back that way. So you're still get back your currency the way you wanted it. But that's how, and they've been able to do a workaround around merchant processing to grow the company. So if we have to do something like that, I'll do it. I don't want to, because we're in the United States. It's supposed to be easy. So we're going to try to give you guys a simple solution, which is merchant processing. But we might come up with something a little creative too for you, so we get this thing launched. So that's the story right now on the travel, on the CBD, and where we're at with that. So we're very, very close. Obviously, I just told you about the kind of the umbrella look and the way we're going to redesign everything to make it just flow just continuously and simply for everybody. I mean, I hope you're getting excited, because I am. I look at this, and even though it's been a lot of work and it's been a little stressful for the staff and everybody else, you know, everybody's just working so hard to get this together, because we all know, including the people that have become investors with us, this is going to be really, really big. And as a matter of fact, I'll finish on two things. The investment. So a lot of you have expressed interest in wanting to be involved when we do then this has nothing to do with Crowd One. Now, our crowdfunding, as I've mentioned before, we're in the middle of doing what's called a Reg C, and this has to be done through the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, so we're properly registered so that we can actually use crowdfunding as a method to actually put investment capital into the company. So for those of you that are interested in being more than just a DBO, and you're interested in being a partner in this company for life, because that's what you would be, you will have first option before we take this out, because what we'll do is we're putting together the entire program. We're probably 1 week away from getting our Edgar number, which is the number we need to, we've done all the compliance and we're properly registered, and we can actually start sharing with people. As soon as that happens, everybody that's in this business and everybody that I know personally is going to have a shot at becoming a partner with us in this, if they so desire. And then after that, it'll go out to the masses. And the crazy thing about this, I mean, you can come in, I think, on this crowdfunding program, I think you can do it for as little as $200 or $300. I mean, and it's a small piece of ownership, but it's kind of cool because it's a piece of the rock. And, you know, there's been other companies where people invested $300 and it turned into $1 million before. I mean, it's a possibility. Not saying that'll happen here, but it's, who knows? I mean, who knows how big this could go in the coming years. So that's the other thing I wanted to mention tonight, is as soon as that's available, we'll actually probably do a special call on that and that alone, and go through the whole process, explain it to everybody. We'll send you out the documents if you're interested. You can take a look at it and see if that's something you'd like to do too. Because that's another thing that's going to happen too. With this funding, it's going to allow us to move at a much faster pace, because we're not going to sit on 1 or 2 gigs. Ladies and gentlemen, our goal, we've got right now, we've got registered with using the word gig. We've got like 28 categories. I mean, every category you can think of, from a fashion gig to an auto gig to a tech gig to every name you can think of with the word gig in it. We've got them all registered, because we feel like we're going to be able to do 28, 30, 40 different e-gigs out there. And then the difference between us and Amazon is we could be bigger, because we're giving everybody something Amazon doesn't. Wholesale pricing. Well, they do give free shipping. I have to admit, they do that. So we can't beat them on that. But we do have the wholesale pricing. And of course, the other thing, which is really big, the big component, is the back end money, the commissions, because everybody's going to earn. You don't earn anything from Amazon. Could you imagine all the shoppers on Amazon if you got a little piece every time they shop? Think about that. Every time somebody shops on Amazon, if you got just a little piece of everybody shopping, what would that be worth to you? A lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of money. Well, that's what's going to happen with these e-gigs. And I'm telling you, with this being as simple as we're going to make it and coming from the home, we might be a small group of misfits right now. And I got to say that in lightheartedness, but maybe we are. But we're on the verge of something really, really big. So I'm going to conclude the call tonight. And the one thing I'm going to do is, there's some of you that expressed interest in being involved in Crowd One. I know I did a private call for those a couple nights ago. But there's some of you that are still trying to get in at the last second, because they've got this special thing going right now. And obviously, I told all of you on this call, I've never done this before in my life, but I did sign up as they don't call it distributors there, they call them members. But I did sign up as a member in Crowd One. And this was, because it had nothing to do with us being the travel provider. I was just so impressed by their business, model and the compensation plan. I just felt like I'd be a fool if I didn't. Because I just feel like it's like anything. If you can generate a tremendous income and do it something that's very easy, and it's kind of easy to sell the fastest growing company in the world. I mean, there's one thing when you're selling something to startup, like we're a startup, okay, and it's a little more effort when you're selling something that's just a startup and you're just sharing a great concept. But when you say, hey, you want to take a look at the fastest growing company on the planet right now, and they're only 1.5 years old, you think people might be interested in looking at it? So obviously, a lot of you have. And so I'm going to help you, kind of figure out what to do to get on board with it. So we're going to conclude this call. For those of you that want to stay on, what we're going to do is I'm going to try to figure out from Tracy if there's a way to allow you to. We'll see. After everybody gets off, and we'll see who stays on. I'm going to see if there's a way I can, with the few people that are left on, if I can open it up so we can have a little open forum and discussion. And again, if it's something you guys, you're not interested right now, you want to look at it later, I will probably be doing a once a week Crowd One meeting as a distributor, as a member, not as an owner, because again, I'm passionate about it. I believe it. And when I like something, I just do it. I it's like people say, Mike, you're an owner. You're going to have a company that's going to do billions. And we are. I mean, the travel we're going to do with Crowd One is going to be in the billion. And this is no exaggeration, in the billions of dollars, just because of the size of their organization. So people say, why would you want to come over here and and be a member? Because I like it and it's fun, and why not? So with that being said, we're off here. So for those of you that came, next week on Thursday, all right, I will be unveiling everything on the travel platform, because I want everybody to see that. I will do a CBD presentation for those who want to bring some people interested in CBD. I'll actually do I promise you, I will do the CBD presentation next Thursday. My wife told me I have to, because she's got all these people she's bringing. She says, you got to do the CBD presentation. So I'll do that next Thursday. And hopefully we'll also have some pretty cool announcements about some of these things we shared with you tonight. So with that, I'll say goodnight to all of you that came for our CBD. Those that are interested in talking a little bit about Crowd One, please stay on, and we'll pick it back up here in a couple minutes. We'll just let all the rest of you, say goodnight.
Good night.
See you next Thursday. Happy 4th of July too.
Oh, yeah.
My
Happy
gosh.
4th of July.
Happy
Have a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Be safe.
Yeah. Happy 4th, everybody.